But Mary was a naughty girl. She lost that little... They sent her from her little house to fight in Vietnam. You're gonna thank me for this someday. You made a mistake. But you'll remember not to do it again.
Her name is Ben, and she's a senior at Poly State, majoring in accounting. Sure she is. You know why these guys are here? The finer points of the dance is not what's on their minds either. People don't drool at the ballet. It gets worse later, or better if you think like the lonely men who come here from all parts of the city like moths to the flame. Later, Bambi and her friends prance around stark naked. Would you want a club with nude dancing in your neighborhood? Of course not. And neither do the people who live here. But there's nothing that they can do about it. Because the men who operate this dive wrap themselves in the American flag and give pious speeches about their First Amendment rights. Who's kidding who? The First Amendment has nothing to do with naked women dancing in front of a bunch of boozed-out bozos. At least, that's the way this reporter sees it. From the streets of your city, this is Lloyd Pressman wishing you all a good night, folks. That's a wrap, guys. Beat it. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, up and out of here.
Appreciate it.
All righty.
All right, Robin.
Hey, honey.
Come on, time to waste it. Let's go, huh? I got 10 minutes, honey. What can you do for me? That's what I thought. Get in.
What do you think?
Got nothing better to do. You, the man in the gray jacket, come to a halt and raise your hands above your head.
I got one of those feelings.
You always got one of those feelings. Let's do it.
All right? Hold it right there, mister. I said hold it! Now!
What are we gonna do, shoot him?
What, have IA all over us? No way.
Stop right there!
This is Smales, 3rd Precinct, officer. Needs assistance? There's a fat guy with my partner all over his back heading south on Main at 4th Street.
You have the right to remain silent. If you give up that right...
In the end, it took 6 officers to get the suspect under control. It wasn't easy. He was full of pills. We didn't want some kind of Rodney King thing going down.
What was it that led you to search the alley, the one where you originally saw Mr. McAllister?
There was a lot of blood on him, so we went back into the alley. That's where we found the body.
No more questions, Your Honor.
Did you Mirandize my client that night, Officer Smales?
I did.
Did you have any reason to believe that he might not be able to understand his rights?
None whatsoever.
I see your partner. Tell me, Officer Smails, when did you file a report on this case?
The next day.
That would have been the 24th? This report is dated the 29th. Your Honor, I request the original police reports, not something the police have amended, added to, filtered, and changed to suit their own purposes.
Your Honor, there's no reason to believe the police have done anything like what Mr. Lebman suggests.
Judge Marshall, if the prosecution cannot come up with the original reports, I'm filing for dismissal. There's a precedent.
I'm well aware of it, Counselor. I'll grant a continuance until the district attorney can look into it.
Well,
Don't whine at me, Mr. Horton, or I'll make you stand in the corner. If there's nothing on the calendar we can squeeze in, I'm prepared to adjourn for the day.
Hey, Kelly, do you always make this from scratch? I mean, it seems like an awful lot of work for some spaghetti with tomato sauce on it. When's it gonna be ready?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then what are we gonna eat now?
Salad.
Rabbit food for dinner? I pass.
Everyone in this room, with the exception of yours truly, has an elevated cholesterol level. You guys promised me that you would eat like rational, informed human beings for 1 week. After that, you can go back and stuff yourself with your sugar and your salt and your fat and whatever. Ew, who's that?
Private detective by the name of McAllister beat a man to death with his fists. Sloppy police work put him on the streets. We're going to correct the mistake.
Why don't we just sit back and let the man eat himself to death? And look at that picture. It shouldn't take that long.
Because he might get smart and go on a diet.
I got bills, Lloyd. I got expenses. You know what that's like.
I hear what you're saying, Jake. How much do you need?
30 grand.
30 grand. What are you going to do, spend a year in Paris?
Hey, look, I got expenses, you know? A lawyer didn't come cheap.
I told you to handle the guy, not to kill him.
Accidents happen.
And I'm supposed to pay for it, right?
This wasn't the first guy I did for you. You know that. I know that. So let's keep it so nobody else finds out.
Listen, Jake. Jake, listen to me.
Send the money, Lloyd.
Donuts. Remember donuts? Remember we used to sit in the van and eat donuts.
Yeah.
What do you say, man? I mean, nobody'd have to know. It could be our little secret.
Don't tempt me. I'm a man of my word. Our little secret, huh?
Come on, there's our man.
You're late, Jake.
Traffic, Lloyd. Traffic's a killer.
Well, let's move off the road. You never know who can come along.
Okay, but not too far, okay?
This is the part of working with Nick I love. The excitement just kills me. Did you find anything?
Just some sad pictures of some sad people. Listen, when you get finished over there, take pictures of these, man.
Oh, come on, Moon. The union says I get a 10-minute break for every hour. But I'm going to work with you on these.
I worry about you sometimes.
Come on, Moon, I'm not finished yet.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Get out here. Everything comes into perspective. You and me, we don't add up to much stacked up to Mother Nature.
Screw nature. What's this blackmail crap you're pulling on me?
I didn't mean anything like that. I just wanted to get your attention, okay? So I did a couple of guys for you. No big deal. Huh? Who could I take that to anyway? The cops? I'd take a fall, too. I need the money, Lloyd. Bad.
That's a lot of pills, Jake.
I'm not a well man. I'm under considerable stress.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of that going around these days.
Should you bring the money, Lloyd?
You'll get it. My broker's putting it together. You'll get it tomorrow.
One time only, Lloyd. I swear. Hey, would you like a bite?
No.
I gotta get out of this city. It's gonna kill me. Get a place in the country. Raise chinchillas. I sent away for a book on it. You ever seen one?
No.
Cute little bastards. 3 years max, I'll be on Easy Street.
Sure. Chinchillas. Why not?
Nicky, this guy's a real wrongo. Sleaze is the nicest word you can use about McAllister.
Anything to connect him to Gil Blass, the man in the alley?
Well, the man's name was in McAllister's appointment book, right next to Lloyd Pressman's. Same day he killed Blass.
Pressman, the TV reporter?
Sounds more like a nasty little rumor monger, if you ask me. The guy does some incredibly scuzzy stuff.
Well, according to McAllister's records, the two of them go back years.
What about Blass? Where's the connection?
Well, last month he came out and called Pressman a thief and a liar and threatened to press criminal charges, which prompted me to make a little search in the computer. Well, sir, it seems that in the last 10 years, 4 other guys have made the same kind of stink. They all ended up dead, and their names are all in McAllister's old appointment books. I highlighted the spots.
That's a little bit too much coincidence for my blood. Let's send Mr. Pressman an invitation to our party.
Well, I'm glad we decided on that before I faint from hunger. Are we going to eat now?
Sauce is ready. We eat when you sensitive New Age guys set the table and make the spaghetti. I boil the water for you.
What's going on, Jake?
Oh, hello, Lloyd. Nothing is going on in particular that I can see.
Well, let me put it this way. What are you doing out here wearing a diaper?
It's not a diaper, it's a doty.
Well, excuse me, all over the place. I brought the money.
Thank you, Lloyd. But I won't be needing it.
You won't be. What's with you, Jake? What's gone on since yesterday?
Nothing. Nothing and everything. God happened.
God did what?
I've had a spiritual awakening, Lloyd. You wouldn't understand it.
You're right.
I've been given a mission.
Really? How nice.
He wants you to help me.
Well, sure. Why not? Seeing that it's God asking.
Put me on TV. I'll reveal my soul before the world, confess all, and be free before God.
Sure, Jake. Confess.
I've done some terrible things in my life, Lloyd. Some of them I did with you. I have to confess.
Sure, Jake. Then you can move out of the city, away from the traffic.
I'd like that.
Raise chinchillas.
Yes, chinchillas. Most people don't know it, but chinchillas can be very friendly.
Good morning, Nick.
Good morning, Tara. Anything in the mail?
Nothing that needs your attention, but I think you might be interested in page 3 in the paper. There's a little piece in there about the private detective who beat the man to death. The one you had to let go. Apparently, he committed suicide.
Really?
I knew you'd be interested in this one.
And how did you know?
I've noticed you have a morbid fascination with the ones who get away with it.
Perhaps I do. I've often wondered if there's such a thing as natural justice, and if so, how it operates in the world, and are we, in fact, able to perceive the mechanism or the result? Haven't you?
Of course, often. Do you need anything else?
Not right now. I'll let you know.
Okay.
McAllister's suicide makes it tougher, but it makes it simpler, too. We move on Pressman.
How are we going to manage that? I mean, I don't see him confessing to murder no matter what we do to him.
Probably not. So we do the next best thing. We destroy the man. We get him to show the world what a hypocritical, lying, rotten son of a bitch he really is. We give him enough rope, he'll hang himself. On television, if we're lucky.
About when we get there, all right?
I really want to get
Hey, watch it! Jerk.
Hey, scumbag! Hey, what'd I tell you, man? You know your name, right, scumbag?
Hey, I don't want any trouble. I don't even know you guys.
Hey, don't even know us, huh, Mr. TV Newsman? What's the matter? We're not good enough for you? Hey, he ain't so much cuate. Yeah, no, he's even less than he look. But his sister got bigger than he did.
Money. You want money?
Oh.
I got money.
Did I say anything about money, Vato? Who said anything about money, Vato? We like you, huh? And you act like we're trying to rob you or something. Why you do that, man? You trying to insult us?
Get lost, creeps.
You hear what the skirt says, man? She said we should get lost, say. You can shove that where the sun don't shine, to puta sucia.
Yeah, well, you're a little out of your league, P-Brain.
Thanks.
Yeah, you all right?
Fine, sure. You handle yourself pretty good. Lloyd Pressman.
Kelly Cochran.
I owe you, Cochran.
Maybe you can throw some business my way one of these days.
Oh. I use a PI now and then. How would you feel about working for me?
Depends what you want me to do.
Why don't we go to dinner, talk about it? How's that sound?
It's fine, Chief.
Right this way, folks.
I say any place in town and you pick this joint?
I could keep it simple.
What'll it be, folks?
Double scotch straight up? What do you have?
How about a celery tonic?
Celery tonic and what?
Just plain old celery tonic.
Celery time. You're something else, guy.
I certainly hope so.